Hey all you cool cats and kittens, I'm Cadet Golden, and I'll be teaching you about Guidon Procedures. Now, starting off, this is a quarantine video, so I didn't have access to a real Guidon. So I'll be using a sim Guidon. Normally the Guidons will be longer, so starting off with your grip, you'll make a talking hand like this, and hold the Guidon. Your right hand will always be like this. This is the position of attention. The top half of the Guidon will be grounded against your right shoulder, and the bottom of the Guidon will be grounded to your right pinky toe. For parade rest, you will slide your right hand up and then rock the Guidon out forward. To return to attention, you simply pull the Guidon in and slide your hand back down. At full speed, parade rest, attention hut. While marching or doing facing movements, you'll do what's called order Guidon. You simply move the Guidon 6 inches upwards, like this, while you're moving, and then drop the Guidon back down when you are done moving. Here's an example of how this is done. Right, haste, and the Guidon drops. Left, haste, Guidon drops. Here's a close-up view of how to grab the Guidon and raise it. And one more time. Make sure that when you drop the Guidon, you return it back to your right pinky toe. For present arms, you'll raise the Guidon just like this and lower it. You will not move your right hand the entire time. Once you get the Guidon into position, you'll lower your left hand back to your side. For order arms, the Guidon comes back up and then returns to the position of attention. Here it is at speed. Present, arms. Order, arms. Make sure that when the Guidon is fully extended at present arms, that the spade is flat and the pennant is facing down. Rotate the Guidon as needed. This type of present arms is used while standing still, standing in formation, or while performing an eyes right. The next type of present arms is while you order Guidon. So while you are already marching, this is how you would salute. You simply raise your left hand across your body with your fingers bladed and the thumb tucked. For double time, you simply drop the Guidon across your body. Now we'll talk about the position of a Guidon within a flight. When a flight falls into line formation, the Guidon is standing to the right of the first element leader. The Guidon will never leave what we call the Guidon alley. The Guidon, as a general rule, will always stay to the top right of a flight. So at this position, the Guidon is at the top and the right of Guidon alley. Now if we were to move to column formation, the Guidon would need to move to the top right. Now the Guidon is in the proper position. If we were to move to an inverse line formation by doing a right face, the Guidon is already in the right spot. They wouldn't have to move at all. Now, if we were to move to an inverse column formation, the Guidon doesn't move. They stay where they are. The drill and ceremony manual does not say where a Guidon is supposed to be while in this formation, so a safe move is to just stay right here. This is the only exception to our top right rule. Now if we go back to line formation, the Guidon would have to move to the top right of Guidon alley. And then if we move to a column formation, the Guidon would have to move to the top right position. Again, in inverse line formation, the Guidon is already at the proper position. And then in inverse column formation, the guidon stays where they are. And one more time, in line formation, the guidon would have to move. And then in column formation, the guidon would have to move. Now, for flanking movements, if we do a right flank, the guidon is already in the top right position. They stay where they are. If we were in column formation and we were to do a left flank, the guidon would stay in this position while the flight is moving, but as soon as the flight stops, the guidon would move to the top right position. Thank you for watching. I hope that you learned something and enjoyed the video.